Hi everybody, it's Ann from Annalise Creates, Annalise Creations. How are you today? It's a sunny California day today. Hopefully the weather will warm up and I can go out for a walk today. Yesterday was kind of cloudy and foggy, and yeah, it was kind of overcast yesterday. Today is March 3rd. Oh my gosh, time does fly when you're having fun, I guess. Anyhow, I'm going to be doing my journaling, the Documented Life project. This week's prompt is doing 5 layers, and I will, put that in my video, and I'll post the link for that, for if you're curious, if you've never heard about the Documented Life project, I suggest I'll post the link at the bottom of this video, and you can see what it's all about. Anyhow, you're supposed to do at least 5 layers today. So I've cut out, I have a jelly print that I just printed out a couple days ago. I really like. And I cut out some pieces of ephemera and out of an old Life magazine from 1964, I believe. And I got an old map that I cut my hand out of because this week's theme is also high five. So I figured I'd cut out my hand actually. And I found an old clock out of the Life magazine that I cut this one out of. And I cut out a bunch of 5s. So I'm kind of making it sort of a collage-y type thing. So I'm going to get to it. I'm hoping that I get a better camera angle. I film with myself facing towards you, and then I flip the video. But when I flip it, it gives it a weird almost angle, like I'm almost at an easel working. I don't know, it gives me a funky feeling, but if it doesn't give you one, post it at the bottom if it bothers you, my camera angle, please, because if it's better that I'm facing you and the angle's this way, yeah, I'll explain it. I'll leave it like this, and then I'll show you what happens when I flip it in the video. And for those of you that have a hard time getting your stuff flat, in fact, I was going to fast forward through this part, but I think I'm not going to, because that way you can hear me explain a few things. For those of you that have trouble getting your collages down flat without wrinkles, you need to put enough matte medium on, and I mean a lot. But I think I did too much this time, and it's going to my other page. I don't want it to ruin my other pages. I do have some wax paper, parchment paper in between in the back of the other page, but still, I don't want it going to my other side. So I'm trying to get it to go down as flat as possible. And I do use a credit card to do this, but today this isn't cooperating. Usually I get it down pretty flat, but today it doesn't look like it wants to cooperate. So of course, when I'm filming, but of course, it's always that way, isn't it? Turn on the camera, people start calling you that haven't talked to you in months or weeks or days. And then of course, yeah, you get, when you're trying to put something down flat, it doesn't want to go flat. Yeah, what can go wrong goes wrong when you turn on the camera. It's a good thing we have an edit button on the camera. Not for our words sometimes, but we do have an edit button for when we film. Excuse me, I've been having issues with my voice, allergies. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah. So I'm sorry if I'm sounding a bit raspy today, but I am having issues. issues. Okay, so that's as good as it's going to get. It's going to wrinkle. So I'm going to pause the camera right here. I'm going to let this part dry, and then I will be back for the next step.
Bye. Toodles.
Hi guys, I'm back. Okay, so now I'm going to use my jelly printed page. If you don't know what jelly prints are, search it on YouTube, and you will see how to make a jelly print if you look that up. Also, how to use it. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that have some really cool videos on jelly printing. Yeah, and it can be very addicting too. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's messy, but it's a lot of fun. So if you like that kind of thing, which I do, I like creating things. I like how experimenting, see what I get, because not every single jelly print's the same, exactly the same. So yeah, so it's kind of fun. So anyways, I'm going to glue this on, and I'm going to fast forward through this section, and I will be back. Now I'm doing layer 3, which I'm going to take some modeling paste, and I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use a clean gift card. If I can find that are any that are clean, that's the problem. Is a lot of times I go in here and I'm looking for, I've used them all up, and I don't clean them off, so they start to look kind of grungy, and eventually I just throw them out. Yeah. So let's see how I'm going to do this. I'm using a stencil, and I'm going to go over and use the modeling paste. And I just take a little layer of modeling paste. I don't put too much on my credit card or old gift card. Yeah, because you don't really need that much, and it's kind of expensive. Most art supplies, art medias are expensive. So there we go. I'm going to lift that one up. Voila. You see it? Okay, and I think I'm going to leave that one alone. And then I'm going to wipe off my card. Need to get some baby wipes. And of course, I never have them ready when I need them. I'm always in a different spot in my art studio, and yeah. Oh, one of these days I'll get prepared. I'll be better prepared. Okay, so while that part is drying, I'm going to go in and add another little thing here. Cut out a piece of the latitude and longitude area of a atlas map, old atlas map. It has numbers on it. And I'm going to put this one, I'm going to glue this one down here using my matte medium. Layers 3 down. Okay. I need a 4th layer. I think I'm going to take some stamps and I'm going to stamp a layer of stamping with different stamps before I put down my other layer. Because this is, okay, so that's 3, this would be 4. Layer 4 is stamps. And I'm going to use some Tim Holtz number stamps that I have here, okay? I decided to take some of my homemade stamps and do a couple of homemade stamps. Stamping. So I'm using a dabber. It's the Adirondack acrylic dabber by Ranger. It's the gold. It's one of my favorites. So I'm just going to dab some marks with it, like the circles with it. I don't really blend it out. I'm just adding lots of circles. I'm just going to add it at the top here because I don't want to cover the whole colors of the background of the first page that I put down, because I like the color and I don't want to block it all out. So I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm going to consider that layer 4. Okay, so layer 4 is down. Alright, next is layer 5. Okay, so I want to incorporate this clock. At least the face of the clock. So I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to lay this down first. And for this one, I'm not going to use gel medium. I'm going to use just a plain old liquid glue stick from Daiso. Yeah, Daiso is a great place to go if you live near one and you've never been to one. Look it up. It's Daiso, D-A-I-S-O. They do have a website.com, but you have to buy things in bulk. So it doesn't end up being that cheap. Pretty much everything there is between $1.50 and occasionally $3, depending on what you're going to buy. Other than that, it's a great deal. A lot of their arts and crafts products are good. I've used a lot of them and they've held up. I didn't think they would, being, you know, because sometimes you buy cheapy stuff and it doesn't last or it didn't come out the way you wanted it to, but I have to say it's held up. So I want the 5 in this showing where I had the 5 on the numbers when I put the ink down, stamped it. See, my brain not hitting top floor again. Story of my life. Okay. think that gives it a cool look with the atlas that I used, paper. It was actually, I found it at a flea market, and I picked it up for like, I got like 3 things for $3 or $2.50, something like that. Okay, so that looks like it's glued down pretty good. If I have to go back in later to glue in the other areas that I might have missed, I can do that. Okay, the clock. I was gonna cut this out. Oh, I know. I was gonna show that, but I may not show it now because I'm gonna cut this out using my cheapy dollar store scissors. Because when I'm working with glues and things, I'm not going to use an expensive pair of scissors. I have a couple of good pairs of scissors that I use to cut out before I do collages. They work better, they give a better cut, but since I'm just in the middle of doing this and things are wet, you could tell my scissors are all painted up and kind of grungy looking. I think I'm going to put it here. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay. My brain is working, actually. Gotta kind of think outside the box sometimes. And I love collage. This is going back to my beginnings. I learned to collage at a young age because my grandmother taught me how to decoupage. And before that, I glued a lot of things on, cut things out, made my own collage pages out of magazines. My mother was done reading. She let me have them, and I would glue things on. And as I got older and I became a Tiger Beat fan, I used to do collages of the hunky guys that I liked. Yeah. Confession time. So I got all these 5s out of different magazines and things, and I thought it would be cool to just sort of put them in different spots on my on the paper. I'm going to cut some out a little better here. And then I'm going to go back in and outline all of them. So also, put in the comments if you like to hear me talk, or would you prefer not to hear me in my process, or tips when I'm doing this, or would you rather me just film it and add music and add captions? Which do you prefer? Put that at the bottom, please. I'd appreciate your comments because I'm not just doing this for myself, but I'm doing this for you, the viewer. So, please let me know, because I am here to help you guys out. That's what my hope is, too. And, you know, it's part of my art journey. You're part of my art journey. And I appreciate you watching me. I do appreciate it. I appreciate you watching my channel. It means a lot. And a lot of you may be beginners. I consider myself a mixed media beginner because I never really did mixed media much or art journaling until about a year ago. But I've done a lot of things that are kind of similar to it. Yeah, so please put a comment in the comments because I would like to know. Or would you like a combination of the two? Talking, fast forward through some things, add music to some. Yeah, so put a comment at the bottom, please. I'd appreciate it. And again, I thank you for watching because it does mean a lot. I never really expected. I think I'm up to about 100 and, no, not 100. You know, I didn't check. I haven't checked. I haven't checked lately, to be honest, on how many followers or subscribers I have now. Sorry. I should check it. But I could tell you I have 630 followers on Instagram now. I'm shocked because every day I post something I've done. And I follow a lot of artists on Instagram, a lot of mixed media artists, some fine artists from all over the world. It's really cool. I enjoy seeing their pieces. They inspire me, and I hope I inspire them. So it is pretty cool. It's a very cool thing. Yeah. So if you don't have an Instagram account, go check it out. It's kind of cool. Occasionally I post things about my dogs and my life. So, yeah. Go check it out. I'm back. Okay, so I'm going to outline a few things here with my black paint pen. So there you have it. See you later, guys. Toodles. And remember, if you want me to hear me talk, yes or no down at the bottom. If you want to hear just fast forward and music and captions, please add your comments at the bottom. Appreciate it. See you next time. Bye. Listen to some music. It's good for your soul. Bye. Have a great day.